Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. We have a great show. We have Crystal Kimbrough from Ladies Who List Atlanta. It's a new show on OWN TV about Black female women in real estate. And so you'll learn more about that, learn some of the drama we've already seen this season and what we can kind of expect in the future. So I definitely enjoyed talking to her. So you'll love that conversation. I'm on you all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, of course, our official website is StephenKnightShow.com. You also watch us on YouTube, The Stephen Knight Show. We definitely appreciate your support. Subscribe while you're there. Well, this is Black History Month. And so we have our Black History Person of the Month, and that is Herbie Hancock today. By February 5th of 1952, along with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, he had played the first movement of Mozart Piano Concert number 26 and the Mayer K537 chorization. At the time, he was only 11. He studied from the age 7, and his talent was recognized early, and he was considered a child prodigy. Through his teens, Hancock never had a jazz teacher. However, he developed his ear and sense of harmony. He graduated from Grinnell College in 1960. By that time, he was already performing with Coleman Hawkins and Donald Bryant in the Chicago Jazz Clubs. In 1963, he received considerable attention when Bird invited him to join his quintet in New York. He landed on a record deal with Blue Note, where he released his debut album as head of the band and Taken Off. Now, some of his songs that have become jazz standards are Dolphin Dance, Maiden Voyage, Cantaloupe Island, The Sorcerer, and Speak Like a Child. So we salute him. And if you go on our Instagram page, the Stephen Knight Show, we highlight a person that we in Black history every day this month. Although Black history is every month, but you know, since we recognize it. Anyway, my people, how y'all feeling?
Groovy.
Good. Great to hear that. Looks like our boy Nayyir is joining us after all. But let's get started with the question of the day. It is, what are your thoughts on Valentine's Day? Lynia.
So for many, many, many years, I have been anti-Valentine's Day because I was single for a long time. No. So I've been in a relationship for 5 years, and Valentine's Day, it's every day. But right. Yes, I do look forward to some form of gesture on the exact day. But I also love to do something for my dude. So that's where we have a problem. He feels it's just for women. He feels he's supposed to do something for me. I'm not supposed to do anything for him. And that's where we have an issue.
Yeah. What about you, Chike?
So Valentine's Day always has been and forever will be my father's birthday. So that's what I celebrate on Valentine's Day. So,
okay.
His birthday.
Most definitely. May he rest in peace. For me, I agree with your boyfriend, Lynia, that I think it's a women's holiday. I mean, I just think it, because women, I'm sure all people get gifts and things like that, but I think that for me, I think women really look forward to that day, especially, but it was funny because we asked the question on Facebook and we got a lot of people, it's just a normal day, but they were single. I think they're single. But there's some people that love it. There were some people that said it's just another day. Someone said it was their birthday, and so they love that day. But tweet us at home Stephen Knight Show, SHO, and let us know what are your thoughts on Valentine's Day. All right, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Well, they've hit a rough patch when it comes to their ongoing divorce. So Friday, Kanye took to Instagram and shared a screenshot of his daughter North West. It's her latest TikTok video. In his caption, he said, "Since this is my first divorce, I need to know what I should do about my daughter being put on TikTok against my will." He also made sure to tag Kim in his post to make his message, make sure it was very direct and clear. Now, it didn't take Kim too long to clap back with her response, she put it in her Instagram story. She said, Kanye's constant attacks on me in interviews and on social media and on social media is actually more hurtful than a TikTok North might create. As a parent who is the main provider and caregiver for our children, I'm doing my best to protect our daughter while also allowing her to express her creativity in the medium that she wishes with adult supervision because it brings her happiness. Now, Kim continued to express that Kanye's actions publicly are causing more pain on all parties involved. However, she made sure to let him know to handle his business when it comes to handling things in a cordial manner. She said, hopefully he can finally respond to the third attorney he has had in the past year to resolve any issues amicably. Now, as reported, Kim filed for to be legally single while she and Kanye continue to work through their divorce. Her filing came after Kanye made multiple public acknowledgments that he was looking to get his family back. Now, he and Kim have since moved on romantically. As you know, he's dating actress Julia Fox, and Kim has been rumored to date actor and comedian Pete Davidson. So, who do you think is right and wrong in this situation? I'll start with you, Chike.
I don't care. I really don't. So I will say this. Kanye doesn't have realistic expectations because of who North's mother is and how she makes her living and how she projects herself out to the masses. Social media is basically another family member to these people. So I mean, I don't know what he wants or what he's trying to achieve. She's only going to do what she sees her mother and her aunts and her grandmom do. And they're on social media all the time. They live it.
Yeah, that's true. Lynia.
I wanted to do something different as soon as I saw that these people were on here yet again. I'm going to plead the fifth and defer to my co-host Nayyir if he's available, because I don't want to talk about these people.
Well, this is what I will say. This is the first time in a long time I have agreed with Kanye West that his 8-year-old daughter probably should not be on social media. And I listened to a few people discuss this morning. And, although Kim said that she's supervising the TikTok and that nothing gets posted without her, but if you remember on Northwest Instagram, she had to delete a couple of videos because she took them without Kim's permission. One time Kim was laying in the bed, another time she was touring the house. So these kids these days, they know how to use social media better than adults. And I know my young nieces and nieces, they're all young, they're nieces, but they know how to work social. I mean, they sometimes can't even talk, but they know how to play those games. And so I first wish they didn't bring this to the public. This shouldn't be our business. You know what I mean?
Like, you gotta look at who it is.
Yeah.
Else maybe allegedly, but she's not. Let's keep it all the way real. I mean,
yeah,
family. She gonna go right into that family business.
yeah. So
well, I mean, think about it. If you really think about it, and you think about what Chris did for Kim and the rest of the sisters, why wouldn't Kim let North have her own space? Because they're going to parlay that into some kind of income later on. She's already an entity. She's already a figure in pop culture, and she's just going to grow into it.
But if Kanye doesn't think it's a good idea because he thinks it's dangerous, don't forget Kim did get robbed because she was posting everywhere she was traveling. Remember, she was in Paris and got tied and robbed into they put her in the tub, robbed her. They followed her for 2 years and knew exactly where she was.
So, boss man, let me ask you this question. Since when has Mr. West's opinion or anything that he wants mean anything in the Kardashian world? When?
Exactly.
And I don't think that is genuine with him. And I'm only saying that because you've been a part of that dynamic and a part of the dysfunction that's out in the world. You've been a part of it. But now that y'all going through this, now you got a problem. So don't like you're playing, you're trying to one way, you're trying to, and then the other way, you can't, it's either or, dog. That's the dynamic you chose to have children with, and you knew what it came with. So don't let it be a convenience to you when you were together, but now it's a problem because you guys are going through this divorce. Y'all both, all of those kids are collateral damage, point blank, period. As this goes on, they're all pawns in their chess game.
I agree. You know, he posted this the other day, I think it was yesterday. He said, yesterday, Kim accused me of putting a hit out on her. So let me get this straight. I begged to go to my daughter's birthday party and I'm accused of being on drugs. Then I go play with my son and I take my Korea graphic novels and I'm accused of stealing. Now I'm being accused of putting a hit on her. These ideas can actually get someone locked up. They play like that they play that with a Black man's lives, whether it's getting them free or getting them locked up. And I'm not playing with my Black children anymore. Well, someone retweeted that and said, I said Kanye West antics will increase because men like him have a pattern. All of a sudden, it's all about his Black children. I did think that was him, that was kind of a low blow, him talking about his Black kids. You had them with this woman. This is, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know.
He's a man scorned. He's a man scorned.
Nothing about race all this time. I told y'all I don't want to talk about these people.
I know. Well, hopefully they can work this out. But they said one of the correspondents I was listening to this morning said that he's probably doing this public because the Kardashian has such a big brand and they're able to kind of change the narrative. And so that's why he's putting it out there so they can't change the narrative. But all right. Well, on to someone else crazy. Joe Rogan, he's the podcaster and he has a huge following, and he also has gets paid a lot of money through Spotify. Well, a lot of artists, well, a few artists have asked their music to be taken off of Spotify because he allows guests to come on and give misinformation as relates to COVID, and they think that's dangerous. Well, last week, Nayyir, she stated she was pulling her music down, but it wasn't for the misinformation of COVID, although she thinks that the artists were right to do that. She played a compilation video of him using the N-word in multiple times back to back. Well, so Joe Rogan, and she said Spotify is put on the backs of music streaming. So they take money that's built from streaming and they pay this guy $100 million, but pay us 0.003% of a penny. Just take me off. That's what she put. Well, Joe took to social media over the weekend and posted a nearly 6-minute video sincerely apologizing for the video. He said that he's not a racist. He said anytime you have to say that I'm not racist, you know you effed up. But he said that the video was taken out of context. He said that he now understands as a white man, he should never use that word. But he said when he was using it was never to at a person or offend a person. It was more so like if the topic came up with that word, like how Richard Pryor used to use it, how Fred Sanford, what's his name? Red Fox used to use it. How they used to use it. He said he was using it that way, but now he understands that he's not supposed to use that word. Then he also, this is what got me, he did another apology for another video because apparently he has this show for 12 years. So he said, I'm sure I've said a lot of stupid stuff over the years. But in another video, he apologizes because he said him and some of his friends got really high one day and decided to go see Planet of the Apes. And they didn't know where they were being dropped off. They got dropped off was in a Black neighborhood. And he made reference to, we were so high, we thought we were in Africa on set at the Planet of the Apes. But he said he would never, ever refer to a Black person as an ape. That is offensive, is racist. He was trying to be funny and did not come out right. And he sincerely apologized. So Nayyir, welcome back. Do you think that these apologies Do you think the apology is sincere? Do you think it was pressured by Spotify? Because Spotify, they have condemned his comments and his use of the N-word, but they have not taken him off air. They have not sanctioned him in any way. Do you think this is coming from pressure, or do you think he sincerely is apologetic?
So I don't think you can be apologetic about something that's not, his behavior was intentional. So I don't think you can be apologetic. I think you can be other things, but I don't think you can be apologetic for something that you intentionally did. He was a grown man when he was doing these things, when he was making these statements, these phrases, these comparisons. He said, I would never, from what you just said, he said, I would never refer to a Black person as an ape or call someone that, but he did. That was the reference. That's the connect. So, you know, it's of course, it's not, so in my opinion, of course, I don't know everything, but no, absolutely no sincerity there. It was all about pressure, ratings, numbers, money, politics, because as he's been making these statements throughout the years, he knows, because of the media and the world and the intelligence that he has, that these things will be discovered at some point in time or another. If he had this on his conscience throughout his life, throughout his career, he would have already made apologies several times in many different ways. He would have been giving money in the right places. He would have been saying, hey, I've said some sketchy things on records for a lot of different communities. I got to jump out in front of this. I don't think that's the case here. Although I haven't seen everything on his life, but it doesn't seem sincere. It just seems all about the politics at this particular point.
Yeah. Now, he did say that he did delete that video years ago from his podcast because he realized it came off racist. But Lynia, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that this is Andrew Young? Andrew Young? Remember he ran for president? Yang, who ran for president in the last election. He said that he knows that Joe is not racist because he employs a lot of Black people. He should have just stood out of this one. But what do you think, Lynia?
First of all, I literally just wrote down Andrew Yang's name because I was going to mention him. Shut up and sit down, Mr. Yang. Just shut up and sit down.
Right.
Okay. In regards to Joe Rogan, so we do have a thing called the First Amendment, freedom of speech, whatever.
Yep.
I get that, but there is a but. Sir, he does give out, like, it's like your show is specifically geared to give misinformation. This is the same dude. Didn't he take the horse drug or something?
Yeah.
Same dude that got COVID. You took the horse, you're taking experimental drugs, yada yada yada, but you still continue to give out misinformation on your platform. And those conversations that he was having, I don't care how old they were. If you look at those conversations, they're laughing and they're joking and they're saying the word as they're laughing and they're joking. Well, then how come they get to say it and we can't say it?
Yeah.
Well, would you say something anti-Semitic? No, because if you did that, guess what? You'd be like Whoopi Goldberg, and Whoopi ain't say nothing wrong.
Right.
Point blank, period. Actually, Whoopi got suspended.
With no pay.
With no pay. They probably would go sit and talk to him and try to teach him a good lesson. But no, when it comes to something that's derogatory towards us, oh no, let's do this apology tour that you really don't mean for stuff that you really said. Because if you got dropped off in what you thought was a Black neighborhood and it reminded you of Africa and apes, you gonna blame being high? What y'all was on?
And Planet Apes was even shot in Africa.
What hood you know look like Africa? Where y'all go? Okay.
He said he did. If people would have listened to that episode, they would say that he had a wonderful experience being in that all Black community.
He had a wonderful just saying that is stupid.
Chike, what are your thoughts? He wants this to be a teachable moment for anyone who doesn't understand that the N-word should only be used by Black people.
So we're on Spotify as well. Don't know how you guys feel about being on the same, platform as this fella. I come from the space of, I personally want everyone to be their 100% authentic selves so we can see who they are and where they are.
Yeah.
I'm not about canceling people. If you want to follow an idiot and an a-hole, you can follow an idiot and an a-hole. Follow them. Drink bleach. Do whatever they tell you to do.
Right.
Be one of their minions. I don't care. But I want them to be on Front Street so we know who they are. I don't want them to be silenced. I like to know where he is and who he is. As far as artists taking their stuff off Spotify, that hurts me because that's why I listen to my music. It does hurt. Rogan, dude, get yourself together. But at the same time, I'm not wishing for your cancellation. I just want people to really see you for who you are. I want the truth to come out. And that's how I feel about anybody that has a platform and they're doing reckless stuff. Let them continue to do it until they kill themselves.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. But listen, when we come back, we have more hot topics. Dare, remember Dare? They are coming against HBO series Euphoria. And Zendaya, the lead actress, she's speaking out about that. Then there's been this conversation about whether, because Queen Elizabeth, she's celebrating 70 years as the queen. And she says that once her son, Prince Charles, becomes king, Camilla, his wife, should become queen consort. We'll talk about that when we come back. Right back after this.